We're nearly at the end of January. Have you had a nice January? I hope everybody's well. I've got some Madam Glam today. This is PR and it is 4 items. Now I can't remember what colours I ordered. I'm opening this like this so I can reuse it. Come on. There we go. Because I love their boxes. Look at that. So, what did I get? Oh, I got these. These are new to me. I've not had these before. These are from the Glass series. So, look, I've gone for orange and a blue. Because I've got thoughts on what I want to do for the summer. So that's why I chose those two. And 2 more colours. And I wanted nudes. I haven't got enough nudes. I've got beiges and creams, but no nudie colours, so I went for a pinky one and a peachy one. So I'll get some swatch sticks. To give them a fair crack, I will base coat my swatch sticks, and then I'll come back and we'll have a look at these colours. Okay, so this first one is Rosy Nude. Oh, pretty. Just what I wanted. Okay, let's zoom you in a little bit if I can. There we go. So. Pretty. Just what I wanted, that pinky, very pale pinky nude. Yeah, I think that's about the right colour. So when I came in too close, yeah, that's it, pinky nude. And the next one, Rosy Nude, sorry. And the next one is Love Me Nude. You wouldn't, I'm telling you. Oh dear. Right. So this should be a peachy one. Oh, that's nice. Yes, I've got nothing like this at all. Like that. Yeah, it's a bit darker than I thought it was going to be, but I still like it. Oh, actually, those pinks, looking at them under there, they look nice together. Right, these, this is Crystal Clear, which is the blue one, and Dipped in Honey for the orangey one. Like I say, I've not had this glass collection before. Oh, gorgeous. Just what I wanted. Wow. That settles beautifully. You see writing through it. Lovely. It's like a aqua sort of shade with one coat. Aqua blue. Sea blue. Just what I wanted. And Dipped in Honey. When I was looking, I think I was thinking orangeade. Oh, nice. Oh, it does look just like honey. Oh. Lemon or orange, actually. Oh, I think I've got some dust on the underside of my tip, but you can see through that. That's lovely, right? So, as always, 30-second cure, and I'll give those a second coat, and then I'll come back and we'll top coat them. Right, so that's those two with the second coat on. So here they all are with the top coat on. I love them all. And instead of doing a set, I've been off and had my tea, and I thought to myself, I know what I'll do is I'll do some feature nails inspired by these colours. Because sometimes it's other things that make you look for the colours that you need to fulfil that, and other times you might be restricted on how many colours you've got, and you think, what can I do with them? So that's what I'm going to do. What I've also found with this is, if I can get it in the right place, I've mixed the honey pot and the blue together, and I've got an extra colour. So I've got the green there, so I'll probably do the same with them as well. Yeah. So I'll do some feature nails. There'll be some easy and some that take a little bit more doing, but nothing too difficult. So stay tuned if you want to see those. Right, so this first one, just assume that all these nails have been base coated first. And in this first one here, I've done rosy nude, and I did one coat. You'll probably do two, but for demonstration one will do. And now I've just put a base coat on without curing it. And as you can see, I've mixed the blue and yellow together, made a green, and I'm just going to use a dotting tool. So this one's easy peasy, you can be as fancy as you like with this. So if you pick primary colours when you're choosing stuff, you can always make more colours out of it, can't you? Yeah, so I'm just sliding a brush down, remembering to wipe it clean off each time, and then top coat, and that's that one done. You could add your glitter or whatever you want to it, but that's that, easy peasy. So this one I've put the base coat on but not cured it. So you could do a base coat and then another layer and not cure it if you want, but just doing a diagonal. Now I want this glitter to show as if it's in depth, you know, under the blue, like the different lights that you get in the sea. That's what it was making me think of. So I've got uncured base coat, and then I'm just popping this glitter on, and then I'm going to cure that, and then I'm going to put another coat of base coat on and not cure, and put a slightly paler glitter. I won't tell you. The first one was Sparkle Supplies, I think. This one's just from eBay. I like it, but I couldn't really tell you where to get it from. Anyway, so I'm kind of layering up just to give it a bit of depth. Trying to keep it on that diagonal. Now you can see through these glass ones, obviously, hence the name. So you might want to paint your nail bed first if you don't want to see through it. And this is the crystal clear blue. I'll do a couple of coats of this. Now it will need topping and filing, so you'll see that in a bit, because that is quite chunky, that glitter. But you can still really see it beautifully under that blue. So this is second coat. You could do a third coat if you want. But I think that's deep enough. Now you can either cap these off then with a builder gel or whatever other clear gel you've got, rubber base. But I haven't got rubber base from this line, so I've just used normal base coat, but I'm kind of flooding it on. Turn it over so it pulls a bit. Then a top coat on top of that, which is a no wipe top coat, and then just file it down, make it smooth, clean it off, and a final top coat. Now that looks quite nice in matte, I think. But oh, and those scratches, by the way, when you've been scratching to rough it up, you don't want to make it too smooth with a buffer. But you can put a primer on if you want to get rid of them scratches before you put your next coats on. But this settles into it nicely, so that's just top coat I'm putting on. So there you go, another easy peasy but quite effective. So just one feature nail, won't take you 2 minutes at all. So rosy nude again. So this was in thinking, sort of sitting looking at it and thinking of this pinky, peachy colours and the blue together made me think of Seaside. So I know we're not on summer yet, but I wanted to show you different techniques in this video. So this one involves some bubbles. Now I'm going to mix on this bit of a palette the Love Me Nude and the Rosy Nude together, because I didn't want it too dark, so I want it more sandy coloured. And just a bit of a rough line around the bottom, doesn't have to be straight. Nothing complicated in this, you just have to go through the steps. Now you can blow it into some soapy liquid and it'll make the big bubbles. If you don't want big bubbles, then get your straw or whatever it else is, or your fork or whatever you've been mixing it with, and just don't dip in the water, just mix the bubbles, and then that'll make your bubbles smaller. The more you mix it, the smaller they'll be. Right, so I'm putting this blue on here and I'm just doing it fairly rough. Doesn't have to be smooth, proper coat, because this is where I'm going to put the bubbles on top. Make sure you don't catch whatever you're using on the nail. So you're just laying those bubbles on, and make sure you get right to the sides. Then pop it straight in the lamp and then brush them off, and that's it. So after brushing that off, I'm just going in with a little bit of white just for the little sort of surf edge, and I'm going to do exactly the same with the white. So if you were building a nail, you would do this before you've put your top clear on, and that way you'd get it smoother. With this nail, you could see it kind of came out a little bit on the left as you're looking at it, after I've put the top coats on. So if you didn't want that, go over it with a builder or an extra layer and then buff it and put some more top coat on top. But that's the effect. I quite like that in matte, but I always end up top glossing everything. So I'm putting a base coat on so that I can put a couple of little gold shells or sea horse or something on the bottom. Yeah, sea horse. You can stick these on with your normal enhancement glues, but with this I've just done it as a base, so it covers some of those bubbles a bit better, and then the top coat. And with the metal bits, I'll top coat over them, I'm not bothered. I think it probably helps anyway, because if they're only cheap, you might lose the colour on them. And that's another one done. So, looks like a lot of technique in it, but it's dead easy. Give it a go. Right, so having mixed the other colour, the green, with this is what made me think of doing an ombre with it, but mixing the colours together in the middle on the nail. So I'm doing a vertical ombre. So I've taken the yellow, which is basically the lighter of the two. I've done that on about 2/3 of the nail, and then put the blue on the right on the third. And I'm using an ombre brush, which does exactly what I was blaming them for doing the other day is that as much as you separate them, as soon as they've got gel on, they all want to go together in one big... Oh, does my head in that. So I've gone down it a couple of times and then I've turned it over and gone down over the same spot, thereby mixing the yellow and green together. So I do 3 coats of this so that I can get a good mix down the middle. You can see that green starting to come. Just taking it back up so it's not all down on the end. And I think they're a lovely mix. And your blue and your yellow look naturally darker on the outside edges, which I think is smashing. So if you go on the home page in the Madam Glam website and you just key in the search bar glass gel polish, they'll all come up. There's 15 different colours. They do some collections, so you can choose a collection, or you can choose your colours individually. Now, if you do fancy any, I'd advise you get them when you're on there. Have a look every time because they do sell out pretty quick. So get them when you can. But I'll put a discount code up on the screen for you. So it's a 30% discount code. So if you use the link, excuse me, if you use the link in the description box, it'll take you straight to giving you a 30% discount at checkout, as long as you click on pay as you go. So you can choose either a VIP, where you do your monthly payment and it explains all that on the site, or if it's pay as you go, if you use the link you get 30% off. So now I'm just going in with the Love Me Nude dotting tool again, and then as fine a liner as you can find, and I'm just pulling those petals into the middle a little bit. So picking up some polish from the middle of the dots, pulling them into the middle. You can change these up a bit, you can pull the petals out a bit or whatever you want. So now I'm doing the same as on the other nail. I'm going in with a coat of base coat to smooth out that level a little bit. And then I'm just going to pop some little rhinestones in and stick them on with that base coat, but use your rhinestone glue or whatever else you want to use. And then I'll top coat and I'll go around those with the top coat. So I think I've got one more design to come, which is using the nude colours. Let me know in the comments, say hi, say hello. If you're new, don't forget to leave a comment and say hi. I know some people watch on the TV and stuff, so you can't leave a comment at that point, but I love it when you do it. And if you can at least just click that like button if you've enjoyed it, that would be great. So what am I doing here? Oh yes, roses. Now I made a bit of a mistake on this, and I'll tell you about that in a sec. So it's got the base coat on, and then I've just put one coat on. Now I haven't cured that, but what I should have done is put one coat on and then the second coat I should have not cured, so that I've got the same colour underneath. You'll see why in a second. So same again, picking up with the dotting tool instead of a paintbrush. If you find it difficult to get a paintbrush to go around where you want it to, just use this. Now as you can see, it kind of cuts into that polish a little bit, which I sort out. I go back with the dotting tool and just jiggle it and it sorts it out. But if I'd got the colour underneath, it won't be a problem. It would just give it some depth. So I'll show you me doing it. So I'm letting that settle and expand a little bit because that coat's not cured. It'll act a little bit like a blooming gel. That's that. So as you see, if that colour underneath, you won't see where it had scraped it away a little bit. So I think the next video coming up, and I'm going to try and get that out tomorrow for you, will be the, if not tomorrow, in the next couple of days, will be the Madam Glam February, from the February collection. So if you want to see me swatching, I've got 4 of those come. I've not even looked at them myself, I've not even opened it, I've been saving myself till I've got these done. So I hope you've enjoyed that for a change, just a little bit different, not doing a full set. You could do the design all over or just have them as a feature nail. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, you've not subscribed before, please consider subscribing because that helps me enormously. And if you click the like button, like I said, that's fab. Thank you very much. Don't forget to leave a comment and say hi. Let me know if you've got a favourite. And I'll see you soon. Take care and look after each other. Love you loads. Bye.